What's up everyone and welcome to the club. Today we'll be doing a deep dive into how to sketch a Velociraptor. Thanks for joining me today everyone. Today's lesson is an extended version of our sketch tutorials. I'll be showing you my techniques in every step from beginning to end on how to sketch this Velociraptor. For this lesson you need some paper and a pencil. I'm going to start today's drawing off with this NicPro 0.7mm mechanical pencil with a 2B graphite stick, and I'm also going to be using this kneaded eraser. I'm going to start this drawing by focusing on the composition so our drawing fits inside this page. So let's start with the basic building blocks. We're going to start on the top left side of the page and loosely sketch out a circle for the head. And the circle doesn't have to be perfect. We just want to capture the right size, just working our way around. Now from the left side we're going to draw a straight line going across the middle, all the way over towards the right. Now with the head in place, we want to define the shape of the body. So we start from the bottom. It's going to curve the spine, coming across. Now this is the center of the body. Go across towards the right, to right about there. Now it's going to blend into the tail. So we're going to go up. And we're just going to wiggle the tail going around and then back out towards the end, to right about there. Now that we have the shape of the spine, we want to build out the mass. So on the left side of the head, it's going to block out the left side of the neck, coming down. Now it's going to follow this curve, coming down across the belly. Go across. Now up here on the right, we're just going to pull this up towards the base of the tail. Now with the head, we're going to turn this over towards the right side. So on the right side of the circle, we're going to step in, curve the right side of the neck, coming down and across. This goes straight across the back. It's going to bend this down towards the back of the body, again, towards the base of the tail. Now we're going to add some thickness to the tail. We want to start from the tip, and it's going to get wider on the left side of that center line, coming in towards the body along the top. So you can see there's a little bit of a fold, so this sort of steps down. Let's draw the right side of the tail. Again, going thicker as you come in. I'm just going to push this in towards the back. Now this area right down here is the base of the neck. So starting at the top, I'm just going to curve this around the neck and then out towards the left side. So we're just separating the neck from the body. Now from the edge of the neck, we're going to draw a circle for the arm. This is the arm socket right in here. This is where the arm starts from the body. Now we're going to follow the top over towards the back, towards the left side, and draw that same size circle. Now we're going to extend this past the side of the neck and body, so it sticks out. Now that we have our circles in place, we're going to start shaping in the arms. So we're going to start from the center of this circle, angle the arm coming back towards the elbow. Now right here, we're going to sketch out a small circle for the elbow. And then in the center, we're going to bring the arm forward towards the wrist. So right about there. Add that same size circle for the wrist. Now I want to capture the size and mass of the hand. So from the left and right side, we're going to draw a triangle. Go out and then down. Now this can define the size of the hands. We want to go a little bit larger. Come down and in towards the center point. And then from here we draw a straight line going up towards the circle. Now I'm going to do a similar thing on the left side. Now we can shape this arm any way we like. We're going to start from the center of that circle, come down towards the elbow. Again, draw that circle for the elbow, go across towards the wrist, draw that same size circle. Now with the hand, we're going to start with the outside. We're going to come straight down, come down toward that center point like we have on the right, go up and in, angle this back towards the right side of that circle. Now let's go back to that bottom point and draw a straight line going up. Now the legs on the back are a lot larger than the front legs, so we're going to draw that socket. We're going to draw a larger circle across the back, going all the way around. And again, we're just roughing this in. Let's go to the center. Draw a straight angle line coming down towards the knee. Draw a slightly smaller circle for the knee. Angle the leg coming back. Go a little bit smaller with the ankle. Now right here, we're going to draw a triangle. We're going to come down and out on either side. And then draw a straight line going across the bottom. Now to help line up the back leg, we're going to do the same thing. We're going to line up the top of that circle, go all the way across. Now this is going to go in behind the front arm. So lightly sketch out that same size circle. And then we'll do the same thing. From the center, we're going to pull the leg forward, just so we can balance this character. Draw that circle along the knee. Come back in behind the hand. Now we want to make sure that we're lining this up so that's not too low or too high. And then from the back, we're just going to angle the foot coming down. I'm just going to line this up. Go across towards the outside. Come back up towards the left side of that circle. Now I want to go back and add some shape to the head. We're going to start by opening up the jaw. So from the corners of the mouth, this is the center line. On the left side, we're going to angle the mouth going up and across towards the top to right about there. Flatten this off with a short line. Come down and in towards the right side of that corner. Now let's open up the lower jaw. Starting back on the left side, we're going to come down in an angle. Go to the right side, angle this down and forward. Just going to pull this down a little bit lower. And then close off the bottom. Let's go over towards the left side right here. We're going to draw a large circle for the eye socket. Extend this up towards the top, going all the way around. Now from the top, just going to pull this forward towards the right. Flatten off the beak. Come down in an angle. Now we're just adding some shape to the head. We're not going to get too detailed. Let's go to the left side of the eye. Coming down towards the jaw. Come down and in towards the mouth. Now at this stage, we're going to take a step back and look at the overall composition and proportions. Now if we're happy with this, we're going to go back and erase some of these guidelines. Just going to take out some of these lines so we can get a better look at our drawing. Also taking out the spine. You can see that I'm taking out the top of the arm across the back, in behind the body. Now that we've cleaned up our drawing, we want to add a second level of detail. So we're going to define some of the features in the face and also the hands and feet. So let's start with the eye. So in the center of that circle, we're going to draw a small circle for the eye. Let's add a point coming in on the inside. Now the pupil is going to define with a short line coming down. Let's start adding some more shape to the outside of the eye. And we're not adding those details of the scales just yet. Just want to add the shape. Just adding some bumps across the top towards the nose. Also rounding out the nose, coming down the side. Go around the jaw. Just going to add a bump across the jawline, coming down toward the chin. Just going to round this out and come up on the outside. Now let's define the inside edge of the mouth. Again, taking away that straight line. Just going to add a wave going across the top. And rounding out those sharp corners. Working our way down along the inside. Let's add that cartilage along the corners of the mouth. Now this is the back of the throat. So we start by adding a circle on the left side. And add the tongue coming down. Just going to draw that wave coming across the top and bottom. Now along the top, we're just going to define the teeth with these little points coming down. Now we're not getting too detailed. We're just going to pull this all the way across towards the front. We can add some detail after. Let's add that bottom row of teeth. Again, just keeping this very loose. Now inside the mouth, I'm just going to lightly shade this in. Just going to block out the shadow inside the mouth. Also across the throat. Now as you get in towards that back arm, it's going to add a fold. Add some shape across the shoulder. And come back in towards the body. The back side of the neck. We're going to add a bump across the back, going up and then down. Now with this arm, we want to add some thickness going across the top. So we'll start from the top of that circle. It's going to work around that bone, coming down towards the elbow. From the bottom, it's going to round out the shoulder, coming in towards a point. Now let's layer the forearm underneath. Start with the bottom, going to the wrist, and going across towards that circle. Now we're going to separate the fingers. Let's start with the outside. Just want to add some shape to the finger coming down. I'm going to add a claw on the right side. Now this center point is going to be the middle finger. Coming down. Let's add that claw and go back up. I'm just going to tuck this one in behind. And I'm going to do the same thing across the back arm. Start with the top of the forearms. Add add some shape to the outside fingers. And then that center finger coming down. Now, from the outside of the thigh, so bend this in towards the knee. So we're just dipping this in between that bone, coming out towards the kneecap. Let's go to the back of the leg. It's going to round this out, coming in. It's going to bulge out the knee and calf, coming down towards the ankle. Let's come down, cross the outside toes. Round out the toes. Pull this up and in towards the middle. Now that middle toe, we're going to come down, pull that up, we'll add that claw coming down. Just going to block in those claws along the outside. Now let's go to the outside leg, going around the knee. Now you want to tuck this in behind the hands. Start with that first front toe, coming down towards the claw, and then up. Add the second claw coming down across the middle. And then we'll layer the outside toe in behind. So we complete our second level of detail, and we're going to go back and clean this up again. We're also going to take out the bones inside, now that we don't need them anymore. Now in this next stage, I'm going to move to a thicker pencil. This is a 0.9mm. We're going to start adding some contrast and more detail. Now I want to start back at the eyes. So we're going to start from this area, just working our way across. Now adding some folds and more detail as we go. We're just going to work our way around. And we want to take our time during this stage. We can also add a little bit of shading just to help define some shape. And then from here it's going to work our way around, just adding some wrinkles and folds around the eye. Now this is where we're going to add some scales and points along the outside of the eye, around the perimeter. Now let's go back across the top edge of the mouth. Just going to block in some nostrils, coming in. And just work our way around the jawline. Now right back here, we're going to add some folds and wrinkles. Just going to stretch this and twist it around the neck. So just bumping that out and just pulling these lines coming in. And then we'll start to smooth that out. I'm just going to refine the outer edge of the teeth. And I go and just darken out the back of the throat, going around the teeth and the tongue. And as we go over towards the right side, we're just going to gradually fade that out. We're also going to add more shadow across the top of the mouth. And with the lighting, we're just going to imagine that the light's coming from the top left side of our page going across. So the top skull is going to cast a shadow inside the mouth, and the light's going to pick up just along the bottom area. And this will help us create depth in our drawing. Now at this stage, you can start to see that by starting off the basic shapes and composition first, we get a much better representation of our drawing. Now let's do one final cleanup. Now I switch to the flat edge of my 2mm pencil and start blocking out the various tones and shadows. Let's start around the eyes. Just going to start with a light pass first, just going around. And we're just looking for the dark areas of our tones. And that'll be around the eyes. We'll stretch this across the side of the head. Also looking for the dark areas of the shadows. And again, the shadows are going to be on the bottom right side of our character because the light's coming from the top left. So on the opposite side of the light source. So it's going to shade in the chin going out. Now the head's going to cast a shadow across the top of the neck. So start by darting this up and then blending that down. We're also going to define some of these wrinkles and folds. Now the body's going to be cast in shadow across the bottom. So I'm darkening that up around the arm and then blend that up. Now with this hind foot, we'll darken up the top and then fade that down. Now there's that stripe that goes across the side of the body. So we're going to start from the edge of the neck on the right side. Just darken up that line, going across the tail. Now I'm just going to switch back and forth with our pencils and start tightening up our shadows and detail. So again, starting back at the eyes. Now with this hind leg, I'm just going to catch a little bit of light along the outside on the left. So light from the back is just going to pick up on the outside. This will also help frame in the hand in the front. I'm going to add the first layer of scales across the body and head. So adding the shadows of the scales first. There's just dark lines going across. Now we switch our pencil to add those fine details. I'm just going to wrap up our drawing by adding a little bit more detail and shading, and always be sure to sign our artwork, and that's pretty much it. There's a deep dive into a detailed sketch illustration of a Velociraptor. I want to thank you for joining me today and for your support, and I'll see you in the next one. What's up everyone, and welcome to our club memberships. Are you ready to take your art skills to the next level? Well, I've got something special just for you. Introducing our channel membership, starting at only $1 per month. For less than the price of a cup of coffee, you'll get exclusive access to a world of bonus features and perks that will enhance your journey with me. As a member, you'll be treated to brand new weekly tutorials that are available only to our valued members. Want to learn the latest techniques and dive deeper into the topics I cover? This is your chance. You'll also gain access to our member-only community feed, where you can connect with fellow members, share your progress, and participate in exclusive polls. Your voice matters, and I want to hear from you. And let's talk about the perks. You'll receive a set of custom chat emojis to use during our live streams and premieres, adding a personal touch to your interactions with me. Plus, you'll proudly showcase your support with special member badges that highlight your dedication. But wait, there's more. As a member, you'll get access to future perks I roll out. I'm constantly working behind the scenes to bring you even more exclusive content, surprises, and experiences. So join our channel membership today and become a part of our exclusive community. For just $1 per month, you'll unlock a world of premium content, engagement, and fun. Click that join button now, and let's embark on this exciting journey together.